Hi students, as in previous video lecture, I was discussed about the concept of controlling. So as you know the meaning of controlling means it is a process of comparing the actual performance with the targets, identifying the deviations. Based on that, we are going to take the necessary actions to minimize the deviations, and we ensure that achievement of organizational goals and objectives. Therefore, wherever the planning is focused on the forward looking, that is, planning is going to look forward in achieving the future activities, but the controlling looks backward, means what is to be achieved and what is going on, that is to be measured with the help of the last function of management, that is controlling. So already you learned about the meaning and definition of controlling. Now in this class I will going to discuss about the process or the stages involved in the function of controlling. So here in controlling there are mainly 5 stages that are to be followed in measuring the performance, evaluating the performance, and ensuring whether we met the target or not. Therefore, there are mainly 5 stages that are to be followed in the process of controlling. All those 5 stages can be interpreted in this diagram. By drawing this diagram, we can easily analyze the process of controlling. Let us see what are the series of steps that are to be followed in the process of controlling. The first stage is setting performance standard. The process of controlling starts with the stage of setting the performance standard. So standard means the target. Standard is an yardstick which measure the performance of each and every individual, department, and also entire organization. The standard is going to act as a criteria against which the actual performance is to be measured. So if we have a target, means we can able to measure the performance and we can able to compare the actual work with the standard. Therefore, the standard may be set for individual worker, the standards may be set for the entire department, or the standards may be set for entire organization. Therefore, the controlling process starts with establishing the target for individual, department, and also entire organization. So here there are mainly 2 types of standards that are to be set by the organization. There are mainly 2 types of standards. One is quantitative standard, then second is qualitative standard. So where the word itself indicates quantitative and qualitative standard. So the quantitative standard are those which are to be measured and which are to be interpreted in numbers. Say for example, target of an organization to increase the profit, by 10% in the next month. The company has set a target that the company must get more than the regular profit of additional 10%. Means when the company is incurring the regular profit, the company is normally getting the regular profit, but there is an occasion, in that occasion there is a possibility of increasing the sales. Therefore, the company higher level management has decided that in the next month the profit of the organization must get increased by 10% in the next month or next quarter. That is called quantitative standard. So is it clear? Quantitative standards are those which are expressed in terms of numerical forms, that is numbers. That is called quantitative standard. Whereas qualitative standard means, what is qualitative standard? That is ensuring good relationship with superior and subordinate, and ensuring the motivational level of an employee. That is called qualitative standards. So where in qualitative standards it cannot be seen, but it can be felt with the help of observation. So with the help of the deep observation, we can able to know, or we can able to set the qualitative standard. That is ensuring good relationship with superior and subordinates at working place, and ensuring the proper motivational level of an employee. So when you provide or when you motivated the employee, they get psychological satisfaction, it reduces the tension and burden. By that they can able to focus much on the work to be performed in the company. That is why there are two types of standards. One is quantitative standard, then second is qualitative standard. The standards are the target. It acts as a yardstick against the actual performance are to be measured. The target may be set for individual employee, target may be set for department, or the target may be set for entire organization. Therefore, the first stage in controlling process start with setting performance standard. Once you set the standard, the actual work begins. So after setting the standard, the manager and concerned executives, they are going to measure the actual performance. In controlling, we require the information that the actual performance level. So in the actual measurement of actual performance, so it can be done of immediately after completion of a given month or given period. Immediately after completion of a given time period, the manager is going to measure the actual performance of an employee. It may be done by personal observation, the actual performance can be measured based on the personal observation or performance reports, etc. So where immediately after completion of a month, the manager or the concerned executive, they are going to measure the actual performance of either individual or the department or the entire organization. Say for example, already we took an example that company must increase the profit by 10% in next month. In this example, we have two information. One is time period, then second is standard. What is the standard? Increasing 10% of profit. What's the time period? That is 1 month. So while performing the work in respective month, the manager is going to measure the progress or performance by making personal observation, by getting performance reports by the superior or by the supervisors in the organization. By getting all the reports and all the datas, they are going to measure what is going on in the organization. They confirm that whether each and every work, each and everything is going on as per the plans or not. That is to be measured in the second stage of controlling. Then third comes, that is after measuring or after getting the actual information, the manager must undergo the third stage, that is comparison of actual performance with the standard. Assume that in measurement of actual performance, the company sales got increased 8%. Our target is increasing the profit by 10%, but immediately after completion of a month, so we got a result that the profit rise up to the 8%. So we are going to compare this information with the target. So when you look these two numbers, would you feel that our target is achieved? Target is 10%, but the actual progress is 8%. Whether we met the target? No, because there is a deviation. 10 minus 8, it comes 2. That is, it is in negative form because we didn't met the target. So therefore, in third stage, the manager or the concerned executive of the organization, they are going to compare the actual performance with the standard set, and they are going to identify the deviations, if any. In this example, there is a deviation, that is 10 minus 8, 2. That is, the company still has to increase the profit by 2%. This type of deviation is called negative deviation. So here, when you critically observe, there are mainly three types of deviations. One is zero deviation, second is positive deviation, then third is negative deviation. So what is zero deviation? So zero deviation means actual performance and also the standard performance is equal, means they met the target. Whereas positive deviation means actual performance is more than the standard performance. That is called positive deviation. But what about a negative deviation? So negative deviation, it means actual performance is less than the standard. That is called a negative deviation. So this is about the third stage of controlling, that is comparison of actual performance with the standard. So we are going to compare the second stage with the first stage. That is to be done in the third stage of controlling. After identifying the deviation, so we should have to analyze the causes for deviation. So by comparing actual performance with the standards, you got identified about the deviation. So if you find any deviations, means you need to critically analyze about why the deviation has occurred. So the deviations can be occurred due to various reasons or various causes. There may be a defective in a product, there may be a defective in a machine, there may be a default in choosing the supply chain of the product, there may be a problem in providing proper services to the customers. There are many types of the reasons that will going to cause the deviations for the progress. Therefore, in this stage, the manager should critically analyze why the manager or the company didn't met the target. What are the problems? They have to list out the problems or causes for which we cannot able to met the target. So while analyzing the deviation, so they have to focus on major two things or two methods, that is critical area, or it is also called as critical incidence method. So in this method, the manager is going to identify KRA, key area result or key result area. So in this method, the manager should focus on key result areas apart from the regular working of the organization. So our target is to increase the sales or profit by 10%. For this, what we have to do? So we have to increase the manufacturing and we have to increase the activity of sales. So when the manufacturing is increased, so we'll get the materials for sales. When the sales got increased, we are going to get the more profit. So interlinked activities. Therefore, the manager should critically analyze the critical incidence method. By that, they have to focus on key result areas in which the actual performance are to be measured and deviations are critically identified. And we have one more method, that is MBE, management by exception. So in this technique of controlling, the manager only focus on major deviations or major problems which are arising in achieving the targets. If there is a major deviation, means the manager is going to focus on that. If there is a little bit or lesser deviation, the manager is not going to take much importantly, because those are to be set out in future. Say for example, in this example, we have a deviation of 2%. Remaining 2% of the profit must be get increased. But assume that if the company made a plan to increase 10% of profit, but the actual progress is 9.98%, means only 0.2% is less than the standard. At that time, can we able to focus on stress on this deviation, or we will going to give more importance for this deviation, for which you are going to give more importance? So yes, of course, we are going to give the deviation for 2%, that is to be focused much. Therefore, in MBE, management by exception, so by giving certain exceptions, we are going to evaluate and set out the deviations. This is about the fourth stage in controlling, that is identification and analyzing the deviations. Once you analyzed the deviations and once you made a list of causes for the deviations, you need to take corrective actions. That is important. You identified the problem, but will you leave that problem quietly? No. What you have to do? So you need to search for the suggestions. You need to search for the solutions. If you do not take the solutions, means the problem remains in the organization, and in future the simple problem will become bigger. That may be a headache for the organization. So therefore, once you analyzed the problem, you need to take corrective actions based on the deviations and its causes, for which reason the deviation has occurred and how that problem is to be resolved, that is to be taken systematically and scientifically with critical examination by taking the suggestions, opinions and guidelines from the experts and all the employees, we are going to take the suggestions and we are going to implement the corrective actions that is to be done on time. So once you implement the solutions, then automatically we are at the move of attainment of the standards again in future. So this is all about 5 stages that are to be involved in the process of controlling. So what are those? Once again I'll brief out about the stages. One is setting performance standard. Second is measurement of actual performance. Third, comparison of actual performance with standard. This symbol indicates with. Then fourth, analyzing the deviation. Then last, taking corrective actions. This is all about the entire process or the series of stages that are to be involved in the process of controlling. Thank you.